In 1998, a 7-story Manhattan townhouse, one of the largest private residences in New York City, changed hands. The transfer was from billionaire retail mogul Leslie Wexner to Jeffrey Epstein. The value of that property? Tens of millions of dollars. But the recorded payment? Zero. No mortgage was filed, no loan was recorded, no public explanation was ever offered. Property records confirm the transfer. Financial documents confirm Epstein took total control. But the rationale behind this transaction remains one of the most opaque elements in the entire Epstein network. This is the central mystery of the Benefactor. Today, we examine what the documents show and the silence that fills the gaps. I'm Betty. This is Intersections. Today, Episode 3, The Benefactor. Leslie Wexner is not a peripheral figure. As the founder of L Brands and the longtime CEO of Victoria's Secret, he is a titan of global retail. But in the 1990s and 2000s, his connection to Jeffrey Epstein was structural. In 1991, Wexner granted Epstein a general power of attorney. This wasn't a standard advisory agreement. It allowed Epstein to buy and sell property, access bank accounts, and sign legal documents on Wexner's behalf. This level of control is extraordinary. The documents confirm the authority existed, but they don't explain why a man with no formal credentials was given the keys to a multi-billion-dollar kingdom. Then came the 1998 townhouse transfer. By handing over a prime Manhattan asset for nothing, Wexner effectively turned Epstein from a manager into a peer of the global elite. Public filings indicate Epstein managed Wexner's wealth through a web of private companies and trusts, leaving few public traces. This reveals the first major pattern. Epstein's financial gravity was provided entirely by Wexner. Wexner has since stated he was deceived by a master manipulator. In recent congressional testimony from February 2026, he cast himself as a victim, claiming he irrevocably cut ties in 2007 after discovering Epstein had misappropriated vast sums, reportedly over $46 million. However, newly unsealed DOJ files from the 2024 Epstein Files Transparency Act tell a more complex story. They show the two remained in contact well into 2008, even after Epstein's plea deal was announced. Wexner's name appears over 1,000 times in these documents, revealing a proximity that survived even the first public signs of Epstein's crimes. Leslie Wexner's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein is the most consequential and least transparent element of this entire network. The documents show financial power and deep personal access. What they do not show, even after 5-hour congressional depositions, is the underlying why. Understanding the Benefactor is essential to seeing how Epstein moved from the fringes of society to its very center. But while the money came from Ohio, the prestige came from across the Atlantic. If Wexner provided the capital, our next subject provided the ultimate social armor, a royal seal of approval that signaled to the world that Epstein was untouchable. Next time on The Intersections, we turn to a figure whose public role and private connections reveal how reputation, privilege, and accountability intersect at the highest levels of the British monarchy. Episode 4, Prince Andrew, The Royal Entanglement. I'm Betty. Thank you for listening.